Oh, well, hello everyone, it's me, Manny. Welcome to Manifest. And today, we're going back to the old Razzle Dazzle, the old True Man in Blue, Dolphy. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring him back into set 2. I know I did a little mini series with him before, but that was kind of like pre-notions of set 2, of what we think set 2 is gonna be like, and all this. And now that we're more or less in set 2 and we get an understanding of what set 2 actually brings to the table, what people are actually playing, what the meta is forming into, and with that said, now it's there's more of a clear line of understanding how to do this deck. Now, what makes this deck very strong now is the fact that our boy Dolphy right here, is that he every deck now wants to play on evens, so they want to go second. Dolphy actually rises to the occasion because now he automatically gets the turn. More often than not, he's going to get the turn that he wants, because either one, you're going to win your roll, you're going to go second. You're going to go first, and then your opponent is going to and then if your opponent wins the die roll, your opponent's more often than not is going to opt to go second. So you're already getting the turn position that you want. And the fact that he always is hitting for 7, and Whitebeard is in the format, you're always hitting the Whitebeard. And if for everyone else, you're hitting that magic number of 7. And the fact that, and the biggest thing is that 8-drop Kid, for the most part, is out of the format. He's out of here. He's not nowhere to be seen. And that was Dolphy's biggest issue, was dealing with 8-drop Kid. But if there's no 8-drop Kid to deal with, this man looks pretty good now, don't he? So we're gonna go over the cards fairly fast. So first things first, we're gonna go over our leader, go over the cards. It's not gonna take too long. All right, so first we have our leader, Dofflamingo. For those who don't know, you can give him 2 Dawn. When attacking, tap 1, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a 7 Warlords that cost 4 or less, you can bring it out to the field tapped. This right here is almost like the cornerstone of your deck, kind of like how you want to build your combos on top of. Now, what could trip up a Dolphy player is when they get so tunnel vision that it's like, every turn I need to use his effect. No, sometimes you need to not use his effect and play from the hand, and then on those turns you do have to have a little bit of foresight, that when you're stacking your deck, that you're like, okay, on this turn I'm going to use this ability, but on this turn I'm not going to use this ability, so let me sort my cards accordingly. And then you have to have a little bit of foresight when it comes to that part, when you're planning your plays of not doing Dolphy. But there are times that you have to not just every turn try to do his effect, because you're always going to have your units come out tapped, and your opponent has a chance to kill them, and then besides you making a 7k swing, you're not really progressing your board. So there's times where you do just need to play from hand. But obviously, chaining out things for 1 is fantastic, for 1 dot. All right, so we do the 1 Dolphy, the 4 Alvidas. If you want to have a more in-depth look of cards that I play in this list and why I play them, I'm gonna go ahead and put a card for that video right here somewhere. So go ahead and click on that if you want to get more in depth of why I pick every card. The newer cards I'll go over in this video. We played 3 of the Draco Mihawks. In my previous builds, I usually play 2. I bumped it up to 3 because we are in a bigger format now, and because we don't have to worry about 8-drop Kid as much, we don't have to play the other bigger things. But he's still very strong by controlling the board, and he's our biggest guy. 4 of the Dolphy that stacks, because we're just in Stack City right here. We're stacking racks on racks on racks. Then we can play 4 of the Kuma. We still do the Kuma Pacifista package, because there's a lot of destruction in this meta right now. So being able to have a blocker that on KO does bring out another body, and you don't lose tempo or board control that easy, is fantastic. All right, then we do the 4 Perona, because she's just another stacker, and then we can get her with Gecko Moria also, because she's a Thriller Bark Pirate. 4 Boa. I will say from my last list, it worked out as I thought it would, when I was like, well, Boa doesn't really do too much, but the fact that there's so much destruction, and I can kind of make my opponent have to use it on Boa, that's kind of where like it shines, and it took me a minute to come to terms with it, but yeah, she is needed, and she's a 4-of. To the Gecko Moria, even though we could finally generate a 6k body with Dofflamingo's effect, it's one of those things where like they can still pop him. He's still strong. You still play it. But I only play 2 of him because once he stays on board, he's either going to survive because he's a 6k, or they're going to pop him. Now, this is for the Zoro matchup. The 1-drop Dolphy. 1, he stacks cards. He stacks top 3 cards. 2, give him a Dawn. When attacking, trash a card. Pick up to one of your opponent's characters that cost 1 or less. Put it to the bottom of the deck. And then from there, it's practically gone. You practically destroyed it. So in the Zoro matchup, where there's a bunch of 1s, it's almost a free win. Then we go to the Jinbei, 4 costs, 5k on KO. Place one of your opponent's 3 or less on the field to the bottom of the deck. This is another spot removal that we desperately need. And set 3, we get 3,000 worlds, which is going to help us significantly in board control. But until then, we have this Jinbei. I will contemplate playing more. The only issue is I have to get more. But as of right now, 2 is still a solid number. I don't know if I would play 4 even if I had 4. But we'll see where it goes from there. And then we have the 4 Gecko Moria, the 4 of the 2K Mihawks, 4 of the 1-drop counter, 3 of the passive pieces that go with the 4 Kumas, 3 Teach, and 2 Love Me. Now, that's the deck in its whole for the whole thing. What it is that what we're doing now in set 2 is that we're taking advantage of the fact that everybody wants to go second. We're almost always going first, so we get the advantage of the first swing, first summon, and then on their attack. On most of the decks that are being played right now, there's not a lot of rush that's hitting the board on 4 Dawn. So the opponent has to decide to either go for your rested character or go for your leader. So it's just weird place where Dolphy ironically has had a buff for his early game turn 1 games. So that's something to just consider when playing this character. And before we get into these games, I just want to say we're almost at the 300 subscribers. It's so cool. So please continue to like, subscribe, and comment. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys. So let's get into these games. Let's get into this Whitebeard game. We're gonna go first because even though he wants to go second, we can't ignore that we get to hit him for freeze. All right, we have a stacker. We good. We off to the races today. All right, cool. Let's play our stack. Not the happiest with this stack. Let me see. I have the Gecko for later if this messes up, or yeah, we got those to the bottom for it. But we still get to hit them. And we know that 2 of those were, I could have summoned those, but they weren't worth it. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and we're just going to blind it and see what we get. We got it. Never punished. And this is another strong thing about Dolphy, especially into Whitebeard, is that usually people kind of ignore going for him or doing board state, but it's the fact that like you can still build your board and still put pressure on him in the late game. His hand is not as big as it usually is in the late game. Alrighty, we're going to block that. You're not taking our guys, boy. Alright. Ooh, never punished. Okay. Ooh, let's get this 6 on the board so we can start doing cool things with that. Sort from the top. Put this at the bottom. We don't need it yet. We're going to play that right now. So I want to draw this, play that, draw this, play that. Sure, why not? All right. That. Cool. And this is his strength when it comes to Whitebeard, is that we're hitting for big numbers every single time. There we go. And then he's still going to take this damage. So, like, he's only guarding to not be at low life in earlier turns. But he's still not going to have this very strong, oppressive hand for late game. Okay. See, and then this is an easier counter to deal with, you know? We'll just drop that. I kind of want to save this for win a Pacifista, but also don't think that you have to wait for a Pacifista when you play this card. But at the same time, I'm not going to use it when I just have 2 Ks in hand. I do the same thing. He does not want this to go. Jesus. Now this Prona gets to kill this. Prona, get in there. Bop in the face. You know what? Just to be safe, actually, we're just gonna hit this thing. Cool. Spend 2K. That's fine. Seven. There we go. Give me that back. There we go. This is butter, boys, butter. He's at 8 Dawn. I have a full board. The thing is, Whitebeard just like Whitebeard is strong when like you have a hard time hitting like swing for 7 or 8, but because your leader just naturally wants to hit that number, but you still get to establish your board. This is just easy cakewalk, easy money, easy shmoney. Let me see. So when he goes to 7, he's gonna go here. Okay, so he's trying to make me use a blocker. Do I care enough? No, that's fine. You can have that 5K. Alright. See, sir, that is where you made the boo-boo. See, this is a strong card to him because it lets me hit him with no consequence. Alright, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 into here. Use action. Sort of top 5. Alright, let's I want to draw this, play that. Yeah. So actually this can go to the bottom. I really don't need this. My board is like kind of like stupid full. Putting that there. I want to draw this, play that. Draw this, play that. Yeah. So play this, draw that, play that, draw that. Okay. See what he does. Okay, cool. He let it go. All right, we're going to establish this. And what, that gives me 2 blockers on the board already? No, we're just gonna hit this man. Cool. All right, so here now we give him the 4 swing, let him guard, because next turn he has to counter all of this, and then I don't know, and then next turn he does. So he's just doing super along his life. He may have there it is. But regardless, this man only has like 2 cards. We rip this man of resources, and that's the power where Dolphy has, where he could still swing and still establish. All right, so this, we're countering here because this is gonna kill this anyway. So counter, block it. All right, cool. Now we're just gonna do some. We're gonna do some stupid things. Use action. Yo, the funniest thing is, we're just gonna hit this man for a number. There we go. Next turn, he has to do something. He has to play something. You're more than happy to hit me. That was the first damage I took all game. I don't know what he plans to do here. I'm more than happy to take that one too. No, we ain't gonna take that one now. That one's free. We'll block that one. That's fine. Easy money. Easy. And he left. Alright, well, you know, that's it. Like, it's not that hard. The Dolphy matchup is clearly just because you can hit Whitebeard and still establish and not have to pick between the two. That's what makes it strong. It's not like the biggest rocket science, but he's here to do it. Alrighty, we're here in the Zoro matchup now. We're going to opt to go first. We're going against Poo 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 Poo. Strongman. Alright, so we have 3 stacks. We're going to stick with this hand, even though we have the Pacifista, but all that means is that if we get the Kuma online, then we have a Pacifista ready. So we'll keep that, play this, we're going to start stacking. We want to get, we're going to get this online. We're going to get these online. So start placing the top. We're going to, let's see, how do I want to do this? This is the bottom, I don't need this ASAP. And we're going to, next turn, we're just going to cheat out something. So I'm going to cheat this out. So we'll do it like this. We'll cheat this out. End turn. Because I want to cheat out a decent sized body at the very least. And then we could take advantage of everything else past that. So kind of how Zoro's going to play low to the ground, we're also going to play kind of low to the ground. Alright, so from here we're going to go one... Oh, I messed up. I messed up a lot of things. You know what? Forget it. It's fine. It is A-okay, how the kids say. So we're just going to go here, swing, use effect, place top. Nah, we'll keep it like that. That's fine. I'm not against it. Alrighty. Either way, this is on board. He jet pistoled the Perona? Mighty. Mighty man. Instead of just keeping it for later, he decided to trigger the jet pistol. Power. Powerful plays. That's fine. Take the damage. No, sir. Okay. Drop this one. Yep. Stack the top. That's... We'll do this one here. Pop, pop. And then 1, 2, 3. We're just going to kill this Zoro. Play that. You could drop 4K for the Zoro. And he is. Alright, that's fine. This is going to deal with his 1-drops that we're about to deal with right now. If he drops the Vispa, he drops the Vispa. There's not really much I could do about it. Well, he jet pistoled the Gecko Moria. Okay. We're gonna take it. Unfortunately, I don't have another 2K. Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna go after this one, shoot this one to the bottom. That, and let's get that. Okay. Alrighty. So first things first, let's go 2 into here. Swing here, use effect. Let's get rid of this. Throw that one to the bottom. He's gonna have to give up There we go. Okay. I was about to say. Wow. He's actually. Oh, yeah. I knew that was there. Why did I do that? Alright, whatever. It is what it is. Well, you're losing my mind right now. Alright. Well, we cleared the board. He has 2 cards. We played the blockers. The only difference is that I would have gave him the extra dog. But he died anyways. This is here. Now we gotta deal with this. Which is fine. Is he trying to rush me down right now? Because next turn we're gonna drop like these. Yeah, because we'll be on 9 and then I can play these. Ooh, actually we'll at 9 I can shoot that back. Oh, that's fine. You could have that card. Alright, cool. We're going to go 5 in the face. See what he does about it. Cool. Putting that to the bottom. We're done with that card. Enter. Now he can play these stupid little 1-drops. I don't care. Alright, he drops the Whitebeard. We're going to block that on 4. There we go. Alright. Cool. So we're gonna drop this, see what we get. Ooh, I like this a lot. Alright, we're gonna get this online right now. So putting this to the bottom, we're gonna play that. I wanna draw that after. And then we could draw that, cheat that out. Yeah. So, So we're gonna play that, draw that, play that, draw that. Okay, so. Bop, bop, bop. I swear, Simulator makes it harder than it really needs to be. Okay, let's go 1, 2. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. We don't need to expand more. There we go. And then we can go ahead and, I guess, when you hit Jet Pistol all the time. Alright, and then we'll go, let's go here. I need a blocker. There we go, enter. Alright. We're doing pretty good right now. Alright, so he does that. Oh, I forgot to swing with this. I'm such a fool. Actually, no, it's fine because I want to be able to kill the Whitebeard. This is the only card that allows me to do it. When you do the right play for the wrong reasons. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what gets us where we need to go. That's A-okay because we have the Pacifista. Now we get to potentially kill this man now. And he doesn't have the cards to save his life anymore. This isn't a Whitebeard where he's a 6K, where I know I could just hit this man. We will take it because he doesn't have any more attacks like that. Let me see. We're either going to win or lose this turn anyway, so yeah, we Gucci. Okay. We have 4 attacks. We just need him 3 times. He has 3 cards. So the first things first, we're just going to do this. Alright. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's actually like grab. Let's grab this in case I need to pivot. Okay. Well, now we just like do this number and be like, you got it, you got it. Because, yep, there we go, boys, and that's how we do it, bro. Oh, easy shmoney, bro. Easy shmoney. So yeah, so those are the videos that we have right now for Dolphy. I only see him going up better. There's just a few things I want to touch on that, I didn't get to go over in the videos too much. One is how strong the one-drop Dolphy is, in particularly the Zoro matchup, and also in your Law matchup. Because now Law plays a very high one-cost engine that the one-cost Dolphy actually puts a lot of work into it, in one, controlling the board, and then two, into making sure they have less cards to have their combos go off. And it's just a very useful card because we are in a very red heavy format, and then on top of that, where the more popular Whitebeard variant is the Strawbeard variant, where it's a very low to the ground, a lot of your cards could deal with a lot of the cards they play. And then for example, like with your Kinemon matchup, they want to go second, you want to go first. Odds are you're able to bounce a good third of their deck, because all the one drops they have, which is the blockers, because they have the two sets of the one cost blockers, and then they have the two sets of the one cost blockers, and then they have the Motonosuke, and then if they're cheeky, they have Shibani. I'm like, this card deals with all those cards, so it's just something to consider. And like that helps with the green matchup. And then like the purple matchup hasn't changed since purple matchup of before. It's just like you and purple are just duking it out until like one of you guys win, for the most part. But it's very much that because 8-drop Kid is gone, this deck almost just like lives a new life. And that was something that in testing before, when we were trying to test for this, people were still trying to play the 8-drop Kid, so it didn't seem like Dolphy was gonna come through. But 8-drop Kid is almost non-existent in our format anymore, and because that's the case, this deck actually just has legs. It just has legs to stand on days, and because green isn't the powerhouse color that it was before, and people play less of it, this deck just naturally comes up. We're going to do more videos. We're going to do more videos of this, more videos of text and choices and what we think the format's going to bring in. And Dolphy is going to be here to stay, and I'm excited for him in set 3 also. But we'll get to there when we get to there. But all I want to say is thanks for the support. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, and comments. It's super fun to engage with you guys and answer your questions. And all I can say is that from here to there, have a great one, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.